All right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you CPAs, your accountants, your bookkeepers, and even your financial advisors or investment advisors, or if you're a CFP at all. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because there's an opportunity. Now, if you didn't know this, I do lots of coaching and I have a course, which is right now on my website if you go to my website, but I'm about to switch and create a whole new platform called Zip CPA, ZIP CPA. And it's the place where we're going to house all sorts of content and information around this outsourced accountant model. We're going to help connect other accountants for SEO and all sorts of cool opportunities. So be on the lookout for that. ZipCPA.com is coming. And then also I have a course, and the course is really, I'm pouring all of the coaching and the training, and we're even going to allow some calls. The initial first couple people that have signed up and done it, right now it's $500. I'm going to keep doing that until I find out that maybe it needs to be more money or it needs to be less money. Chances are it'll go up. But really, my heart is I want to help people. But one of the things that I want to talk about is that accountants and bookkeepers, I got to laugh at you. You are usually an introvert. Now, I want to tell you the story about when we started Nuance Financial Tax and Accounting, okay? And again, that's the firm that we built. It's out of Lakeville here, and there was three of us, and primarily there was two accountants who are fine-tooth comb people versus me, who is a value-focused interpreter. I'm the value interpreter. I'm the salesperson. I'm the people engager. I'm the business organizer as well. So I was the one who really orchestrated and put together the whole thing, recruited them to join us and get going after I saw a need. And here's what I want to talk about, though. So I think there's kind of a personality type that most of you are going to have that maybe we need to acknowledge. Chances are those of you attracted to accounting, bookkeeping, taxes are, generally speaking, high detail-oriented people. You tend to be cynical of salespeople. You tend to, more often than not, be filled by introvertism, or like spending time alone fills your cup. And going out, you might like visiting with people and engaging with people and having great conversation because that's just a good thing. However, what I've noticed is most accountants struggle at a number of things, and it's usually stuff that is beneficial in a sales environment. Now, that's not to say that introverts and accountants are bad salespeople. What I'm saying is that they're often a lot like an engineer. Okay, now an engineer is a salesperson's worst nightmare. An engineer, an accountant, anybody who works in the precision and the cost and the inputs usually struggles not only with like the personality of being extroverted and salesmen and connecting with people, but they also struggle to understand value. And they might understand value, but they also just have a cynicism towards over-promising and under-delivering. And I would imagine that a lot of you guys are hardwired this way. Now, I'm talking to also financial advisors, CFPs, and CPAs, accountants, bookkeepers, because go watch my course, go buy my course for $500, go watch my other videos about this outsourced accountant model, and you'll see that it is predicated on adding tremendous value to a small group of people rather than doing your typical CPA route where what you're going to do is you're going to try and get as many tax returns as you possibly can. Again, instead of even focusing on just business tax returns, what you do is you serve as an outsourced accountant and you give proactive tax advice, you give proactive attention, and you help them do three things. The three value propositions that I hit over and over and over again is: one, I help you mitigate your taxes and expand your wealth. Number two, I help you save time and I serve as a staff alternative. If you do this model, they won't have to hire other people and they won't have to spend their own time screwing around either at the end of the year, end of the month, end of the day, whatever that is. The third thing is you're going to keep them compliant. You're going to mitigate risk. So compliance and risk is doing the accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes right, but it's also providing kind of this Dave Ramsey financial advice to help them be wise with money, help them get the protections that they need in terms of life insurance, long-term disability insurance, health insurance. Retirement planning is even in that, but that's usually in the top one. So again, the three value propositions are: one, mitigate taxes, maximize their wealth. Number 2, save them time, serve as a staff alternative. 3, keep them compliant and keep them protected, mitigate risk, right? And in that, what happens is these accountants, and I'm telling you, if you go do this, and if you frame it up that those are the 3 values that you're going to deliver, you will have a more meaningful life. You will be able to charge a much higher retainer. Like, just quite frankly, that's worth it. And there's a whole bunch of different ways. My course talks about this. I don't want to just plug my course. And we're good at helping you build a website around this. That would be the other thing. Reach out to us. We put together a super low cost package where we put together your website. We do your homework. We help you with video. We help you with everything in order to have a way to really communicate value and to drive clients and help you with client acquisition. But one opportunity that you might want to look at, one thing you may want to consider, CPAs, bookkeepers, and accountants, is while you're doing this, there could be an excellent partnership with certified financial planners, financial advisors, just any of your financial planners that are actually about helping people be wise with money, helping them do what's right and be shrewd. And for a number of reasons. So first of all, I'd like you, if you're an investment advisor, I want to talk to you about why that's a good idea, but I'm going to do that in another video. Right now, what I want to talk about is why it's a good idea for the accountant or the bookkeeper, okay? And there's really 2 or 3 reasons. First of all, most financial planners and financial advisors that have been around for more than 10 minutes or more than a year, what you're going to see is the reason why they are successful is because they are good at prospecting and sales. That's really what it is, right? And you're probably not as good at it. So first off, if you partner with a financial advisor, financial planner, you got to be careful. But the dirty little secret is in that industry, only people who prospect and stay ahead of clients and fill their sales pipeline over and over and over, where they're making 20 phone calls a day to get 4 appointments a week, they're good at sales. So this is what this means to you. If you two unite together and you help them understand your value proposition, what you're going to find is that they can help you be that salesperson. Now, they have a bunch of tensions to manage. They can't, like if they're a financial planner, they can't give the tax advice. But I'm telling you, man, there's such a 1-2 punch when you guys are both on the same plan and you're both trying to make sure that you land this client for the accountant and bookkeeper. And if they implement retirement plans, if they implement wealth planning, retirement planning, actually having a written financial plan, getting life insurance in place, doing all that is a good idea. They need this. And if you can embed yourself, loosely, I've seen that's what the most successful firms are. Now, you got to be careful because there's a bunch of immoral and non-integrity ways to do this. You walk around and if you just tell people to go with the first, only your advisor, it could be said that you're not giving very good advice. But I think you can manage the tension, particularly if you work with some of these independent investment advisors or independent insurance agents, because what you're going to see is, first of all, they actually can play. So let's get into some specifics here. You're going to have to be really weary of insurance company investment advisors, because really what they have is financial representatives. So when I was at a big quasi-Christian one, I don't want to name names here too much if I'm being critical, because they have big legal departments, and I really don't want to cross Wall Street wrong. But the insurance firms, what they do is they're not usually financial advisors. They're usually not set up to make money by providing advice. It's that they give away advice in exchange for them buying an actual product, right? And so that means they're a commission-based advisor, which is nothing wrong with that. But most of those big firms, your Northwestern Mutuals, your Thrivent Financials, your Mass Mutuals, the lower tier guys are going to be framed up that way. Now, what's happened over the last couple of years is they laid out a whole bunch of new laws to try and protect consumers, but the dirty secret is it actually doesn't protect consumers. What it did was it created more loopholes for the financial industry to kind of free themselves from the problems of churning. and start getting into fee-based advising, which basically what happens is you get people's assets. An advisor would attract somebody to roll over their IRA to them or roll over their 401k when they switch jobs. And what they'll do is they will charge a wrap fee. And then that wrap fee, every quarter gets taken out as a 1% wrap fee. Now, what they've positioned that as being we're a fee-based advisor. And then they frame it up that like, I'm not trying to churn your account. I'm not trying to sell you products. What I'm trying to do is provide advice, manage your money, and when you win, I win, which is somewhat true. And they should earn something, right? And you'd have to kind of be okay with that. But the real dirty secret is as the markets go up and as that compounding interest works in the favor of their client, it also works in the favor of their fees. And there's a huge difference between when you earn all in, if you were to be in cheap Vanguard or Schwab or any of these index funds that have very low fees. The difference between earning 8% in a super low fee, whereas earning the same 8% with the same funds, but you have, a 1.5% inefficiencies. Over 30 years, those fees, those small 1-2% fees, absolutely kill your returns. And it can cut it by 20-30% because of the compounding nature of the market. So you got to be really careful about that. You have to understand how that works so that your client, and you can advise your clients. But my main thing is that you can align to these folks and you can align with them. And if they help you and you help them, or if you find out an agreement where as part of that plan, maybe they earn it because they're doing a written financial plan and you do a written tax plan, you should find out if there are independent investment advisors or investment advisors, financial planners, look for a CFP that you could partner with, because I think you owe it to your clients to have some people that you can send and trust with the investment work. Because there's certainly, if your clients are going to be wise with money, they need to be investing, and if they're investing, they need to be smart with it. They should be doing all sorts of proactive planning. And what I've found is that the Schwab teams out there, I know, have a lot of flexibility in terms of profit share 401ks, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs. Mass Mutual has a lot of them. The catch is those plans that your clients need end up being a lot of work for these advisors, and the payoff is often the same as the simple work is. So it'll be a challenge for a while for you to find somebody who's like, hey, I'm really excited about driving this kind of work, because it's just, quite frankly, it's a little bit more work, right? It's not as easy as just doing a financial plan for a regular consumer. So I really think if you're a financial planner and a bookkeeper, even if you're a bookkeeper, a tax person together, there's great advantages to do that. And it all starts with doing some prospecting with this. So what I would encourage you, if you're a bookkeeper, tax person, you want to do this outsourced accountant model, you owe it to yourself to have about 10 to 15 meetings with the financial advisors, because they are like rats. They are everywhere, guys. You're going to be able to find them real quick if you just jump on and you can look at there's a lot of big firms, but there's also a lot of red tape around this. So what you'll find is some firms are going to be, I can't do it. I would go to the independent investment advisors, your fee-based investment advisors, your independent insurance agents. And you can even go to an insurance agent. Remember, what their main deal is that they're always trying to add more value rather than be a commodity. But the fact of the matter is, most of us don't care about our insurance. And that's a whole other video. So this video is for you. If you like and share this, that helps me. I appreciate it. I just want to give away lots of free advice. Again, check out zipcpa.com. That's going to be coming out. And again, that's going to be all about helping connect other tax professionals, bookkeepers, to write for each other, help create momentum, and kind of stick it to the big firms, right? What we want to do is we want to help my outsourced accountant folks build up their websites, their SEO, build up content, and help their businesses rather than the big six, the big four, the big 10, whatever it is, because I think we can really help you out. So head there, like and subscribe to the videos. Watch out for more content. God bless. Good luck.